Do you want to know how to teach a toddler to listen and follow directions? Believe it or not, it is possible. I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach parenting and good communication all over the world through the lens of the principle self-government. And in this video, we're going to be talking about toddlers, how they process, and what you can do to help them pay better attention and follow through with the directions you give. In this video, we're going to be talking about how toddlers learn, and we're going to be talking about a skill that you can use to teach them so that they learn to follow directions. Oh, I love toddlers. In fact, I have a little grandbaby right now. She's 2 years old. She is so sweet and so fun, and I've got to tell you about her. Her name is Clara, and little Clara can follow instructions. She knows how. She listens, she focuses, she pays attention. Now, some people might be thinking, no way, she's 2. Of course, every single 2-year-old's attention span is going to be a little bit different. They're all developing. At that time, their prefrontal cortexes are very small, so they don't necessarily have a ton of cognitive ability, but they do have a lot of observation ability because they are at the stage where they mimic everything. So when we're talking about listening, how do you think we teach a person to listen who is all about mimicking? We listen to them. That's one of the key things that you do. I have watched Clara's parents listen to her as she tries to express herself, and they're very patient and they wait. They don't cut her off or push her aside. That lets her know that what she has to say is important. But they don't just stop there. They also require that Clara listen to them. Before they will move on with an interaction with her, she has to get to a place of calmness. Calmness is the hallmark of a person who is self-governed. It's what it looks like when you're self-governed. Now, I know it's a lot to expect out of a 2-year-old who has a lot of frustrations and limited vocabulary. However, it is possible to learn it, and Clara started learning it when she was very little. In fact, there's multiple videos on this channel. If you've subscribed to this channel, you've probably seen videos of Clara shopping and, at the store, and you've seen how she knows how to put her hands in her pockets and not touch stuff and accept no answers. You've probably seen her choose to be calm and to disagree appropriately when she was a baby. She was only 1 year old at the time. Her parents started teaching her a long time ago about calmness, and there is a video about how they taught that on here. It's powerful to teach a child ahead of time about such an important principle for their lives. So she knows that if she's not going to be calm, then she needs to go to a calm down spot. That is different than a timeout. She's not there for a certain period of time. She's only there until she gets calm and ready to talk. So once she is calm, then the parents talk to her. They ask her questions and they tell her things, mostly descriptions of what has happened, what needs to happen. But they listen to her if she disagrees about anything in an appropriate way, and she has been taught that she needs to listen to them. If she doesn't listen to them and she says, no, I don't want to, Clara, not do that, which is what she has said sometimes, then she knows she has to stay on timeout until she is ready to listen to what mom and dad have to say. This simple practice of getting to calmness first helps establish parental authority. Without parental authority, the toddler will never listen to you. That's important to understand. Clara knows that her parents will not accept her disobedience, that they will teach her and instruct her. This will be a big blessing for her life and for the lives of her parents, because what happens when you train the child young in their toddler years like this, that they need to be calm, they need to respect parental authority in those roles, is they learn not to be entitled in their communication, they learn to be respectful, but they also learned that they matter enough to mom and dad for mom and dad to take this much time with them to do that teaching. That's just one of those unspoken lessons. She matters a lot, or they wouldn't be taking this kind of time. So then once she's calm, Clara is ready to do any of the 4 basic skills, especially following instructions. So in order to follow an instruction, a person does 5 things. These 4 children's books each teach one of the 4 basic skills, which are following instructions, accepting no answers and criticism, accepting consequences, and disagreeing appropriately. These are such fun books to read with children and toddlers, probably ages 12 and under. I mean, the colors and the stories and the animals and the rhyming words, a toddler can start to get these things, and you can definitely practice the skills with them. So Clara worked on these skills for a little bit with her parents. It didn't take her that long, especially because they coach her through each step. So the 5 steps to following an instruction are to look at the person, keep a calm face, voice, and body. That one takes practice. You have to teach them what calm is, remember? And then say, okay, or disagree appropriately. Do the task immediately and then check back. Clara knows how to do all of these things. I wish I had a video of it right now for you, but her parents will say, Clara, I need you to take this toy to the bin, and she'll say, okay. And she goes and takes the toy to the bin, and she comes back and she says, Daddy, I did it. Now that's a really simple check back, but she knows that once she comes back to do that, the daddy is going to praise her. That is one thing that trains her to come and check back. She knows how to do all of the steps of following an instruction, and she knows that if she doesn't do some of the steps, that she will be corrected, and if she goes out of control and doesn't stay calm, then she will probably have to go to the calm down spot, then get corrected, then get the opportunity to follow that instruction. Following instructions may seem difficult for a toddler, but it doesn't have to be if you can take it piece by piece. Oftentimes with a toddler, what I suggest is that you say to the toddler, okay, Clara, look at Mama. Oh, good, you're looking at me. And you're so calm. Mama's gonna give you an instruction, so you need to say, okay, I need you to eat 3 bites of your food, okay? And so then Clara says, okay, because I prompt her by saying, okay, and then she eats her food and I say, now tell Mom, I ate my food. I ate my food. And then I praise her. I tell her every single step in order. That had to happen for a little while. There was a few weeks where my daughter and my son-in-law were telling Clara every single step, every single time. But now they don't have to. She just knows the steps because they spent that upfront time walking her through the process bit by bit. The most important thing for a parent is for you to be calm so that you can help your toddler get calm and get ready to be taught or instructed. There is something called the Calm Parenting Toolkit that I created years ago to help parents become calm, to learn 10 tools for calmness, and to teach their children 10 tools for calmness too. The Calm Parenting Toolkit right now is available to you for free. If you click on the link below this video that says teachselfgov.com/toolkit, then you can get the Calm Parenting Toolkit for free. This will be a great starter for learning self-government for you and for your children.